How's it going, everybody? So this is the very first episode of Collector's Corner. This week, we're going to try to do this as a weekly series going forward, really. And it's going to air hopefully every Tuesday, usually in the morning. So this week, we're going to focus on Panini Prizm. What is up with Panini Prizm Basketball? Now, if you haven't noticed, really, that product has been a big product, a very popular product for the past several years. We're talking about since its conception, really 12-13. And the thing is, nowadays you start seeing Prizm Basketball like show up in retail places or retail areas, Target, Walmart, and it's just off the shelves immediately. So it's becoming extremely popular now, especially because of the new rookies that have been coming out really for the past 3 years. I would say all the way till the Jason Tatum's year, 2017, where you just never saw Panini Prizm in retail stores because it was always sold out. So realistically, if you don't know, the product really started off back in 2012, 2013, the double rookie year, with Anthony Davis, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving. And if y'all don't know, if you look back at those years, the product wasn't as popular as it is now. If you look at some of the boxes today, 12-13 Panini Prizm Basketball, I think one box of that goes close to almost $2,000 a box. I still remember buying that box for around $85. I bought 3 of them, around $85, and I didn't think anything of it at the time. If I would have known they would have gone up so much in value, I would have held on to several of the boxes sealed. But believe it or not, I mean, 12-13 and 13-14 Panini Prizm are really expensive. If you haven't actually looked at them, go take a look at them on blowout cards. You look at how much they're selling those boxes for. It's unbelievable. But it showcases also the value that comes out of those boxes now because of how good the rookies have done. And just to give you an example, back then in 12-13, you were guaranteed in one hobby box 2 autographs and also 2 Prizm cards. And there was only I think two colors. You had the silver and then you had the gold, and that's it. It was very simplistic. And just to give you an idea, the cards were really nice looking. Okay, so this was really the main card that you were looking for at the time, was the Anthony Davis rookie card. But the thing is, if you look over the years, many of the cards, including the LeBron James base card, is actually going up in value. And the thing is, if you see the silver of the LeBron James, if you have it, that card, I mean, can go for graded close to almost $1,000. Just because of how expensive the boxes are, the value of many of the cards have gone up. And then the cards that you were really looking for were the silvers. So like I said, you were guaranteed only 2 silvers per box. And the thing is, they could have been veterans or they could have been rookies. For me, I did pull 1 rookie card, but unfortunately it was not a big name rookie. But at the same time, what holds the value of those cards, and you look at the Kawhi rookie silvers, the Anthony Davis rookie silvers, the Kyrie rookie silvers, Damian Lillard, those sell for a whole bunch of money. And the thing is, you were only guaranteed 2 of those per box, and I think that's what sustains its value. Nowadays, I think what caught on was the popularity of colors. So in retail, they included the greens. But then again, with retails, a lot of those cards actually did sell out pretty quick. We really didn't see the popularity, and I know Chris mentioned this, that you didn't start seeing the popularity or the more expensive, you didn't really see the value of many of the Prizm cards go up until the Ben Simmons year, 2016, 2017. Other product that came out, if you look at the 13-14 Prizm, they started to come out with different variations. So they started to do die cuts. If you haven't looked at many of 13-14 Prizms, many of these cards are actually going up in value, especially the LeBron James. All the colored LeBron James, whether it's silver, green, gold, red, white, and blue, those are really expensive. Second-year cards typically go up as well, so the Anthony Davis one is also pretty expensive. But in the 13-14 product, you start to see really the inclusion of rainbow colors. So I'm going to flip this camera around, and I want you guys to check out just what I mean by that. So you start seeing different colors. Here's the standard base. Here's the silver. And then, of course, they start to include the red, white, and blue retail exclusives. The blue, which was a Walmart exclusive. The greens, retail. Red was Target. And then here's the hobby exclusives with the die cuts, the orange borders, the golds, and then of course the 1-on-1s, and then they have the mosaic 1-on-1s. So I think what Panini discovered was, hey, a lot of people love to collect these colors. Let's make even more colors. So you start to see that further on in many of the other products. The big cards that came out in 13-14, of course, no one really knew the hype of Giannis Antetokounmpo, but this is the main card you're looking for. And believe it or not, those 13-14 boxes, for several years, guys, I'm not kidding, they were selling for about $60, $70 a box. And now you can't find it for that price. Now they're almost at $1,400, $1,500 a box, which is pretty crazy. And a case of that is really crazy as well. But just to give you an idea, that's really the card you're looking for in there. And even any LeBron James colors, many of the bigger name players, even the Kawhi card goes for quite a bit of money, which is technically his second, quote unquote, his second year card. And then here's the mosaic ones from that same year. You see how it's a different type of color. So they have the straight on black 1-on-1 and then the mosaic 1-on-1. Okay, so it just gives you an idea. But you start to notice that after those years, more and more colors start to get included. And that is clearly evident with last year's Panini Prizm, because they start to come out with Fast Break Panini Prizm, which included even more colors, more pulsars, all these different things. But when you're looking at the modern day ones, I'm talking about specifically last year, 18-19, that's when you start to see a huge rush of people just going out to retail stores, going out and buying all the hobby boxes and retail boxes. And the thing is, you would find a lot of good cards and a lot of good value, and you start to see that. And of course, with the 18-19, the main chases were the Doncic rookie and, of course, the Trae Young rookies. But there's still a lot of good value that comes out in them. Believe it or not, I pulled this one out of retail. This was out of Blaster Box. And then we also, my wife and I, we actually pulled this LeBron James one. Anything LeBron James, believe it or not, anything LeBron James is money. If you look at a lot of the complete listings from 12-13, 13-14, even 14-15, and 16-17, you start to see that LBJ, any color, sells for a whole lot of money, especially when they're graded. And so it's a very crazy thing, and it's a huge evolution of it, really, of the product, going from normal, really from 2 colors per box to now you get around 12 to almost 20 colors per box. And you start to see that with the modern day product, okay, which is the micro boxes or just any type of prism. So just to recap at least what we're talking about, again, it's Panini Prizm has evolved really for basketball from a very low-end product back in the day to now it's an exclusive high-end product that is a staple for basketball. It is the staple for rookie cards. And of course, if you have any of the main rookies, that is their staple rookie, just like how Topps Chrome used to be back in the 2000s and the late 90s as well. So that is all I have to say, really. Panini Prizm is a very, very great product. Of course, this year, Panini Prizm for this year's rookie class comes out in early December. I want to say the first or the second week of December. So again, be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared to hit up those retail stores. Hit up Hobbies and Heroes for those cases, for the boxes. I believe we ordered 2 cases of Panini Prizm Basketball. If you look at the starting price for them on Blowout and other retail stores online, they're already asking an outstanding amount of money for those boxes. So, of course, the Zion hype is huge, and unfortunately, it's going to cost us an arm and a leg. But hey, we're collectors. That's why we're in it, for the fun and for the chase, right? All right, guys, so that is my video. What I'm going to do next, actually, I'm going to do it in a separate video. I'll probably do it at around 1:30. I'm going to go ahead and break this Mega Box live for you guys on camera to see if we can pull any Zions out of there or any RG Barretts. That'd be pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. At around 1:30 p.m., I will break that live on camera for you guys. Thanks for tuning in on the first episode of Collector's Corner. Leave some comments down below if you want to discuss or talk about more Panini Prizm Basketball and its evolution. Just keep in mind, you have any of the big name rookies always hold on to those cards because it is the staple rookie card for that particular player. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again, and I will talk to you all soon. See ya.